onion.com. We all know the onion.com. We'll talk about that kind of category of fake news.
Pity the journalists in training. Newspapers are collapsing, jobs are scarce, and fake news is getting more interest than the real thing. Drunk Hillary beat Bill up on election night. This after the Pope endorsed Trump and Clinton's secret ties to ISIS were revealed. None of it real, of course, but it was prolific during the campaign and maybe decisive.
If we can't discriminate between serious arguments and propaganda, then we have problems.
Sure, there's been political misinformation, even propaganda, for as long as there's been politics. And the Washington Post today reports a sophisticated Russian propaganda effort was at play during the election, using automated botnets and a team of Russian trolls to amplify those fake news sites. But those actually writing the stories, well, they're motivated by something completely different. Craig Silverman with BuzzFeed Canada has spent months analyzing the phenomena of fake news during the election.
It has nothing to do with ideology, it has nothing to do with corporate interests, it's just purely a profit motive.
Take Liberty Writers News, for instance. Started by two out-of-work college grads, from home they gained 300,000 Facebook followers in October alone, with admittedly unsubstantiated headlines like "Breaking, top officials set to testify against Hillary Clinton found dead," "Obama birth secrets revealed," and "Michelle Obama holds feminist rally at her slave house." The site founders told the Washington Post the ad traffic from all those people reading those headlines made them 20 years of wages in just 6 months.
Every fake news website operator that I've spoken to knows that if you can appeal to people's deeply held beliefs, you're probably going to get more traffic and earn more money. And so the more polarized people are, the more they're receptive to extreme hoaxes, extreme fake news.
And that, says Silverman, will continue. He found that fake news stories were shared far more on Facebook than real ones in the final 3 months of the presidential campaign.
Humans love to consume information that confirms what they believe. And so naturally, Facebook becomes this massive mechanism for confirmation bias, of showing us more and more of what we already think. And there's a phenomenon called group polarization, where the more that you're around people who think the same way you do, the more extreme your views become.
Only now is Facebook realizing its role. It provides a professional space for fake news. "We take misinformation seriously," Mark Zuckerberg posted recently. Now, in the aftermath of the election, Facebook will work to identify and limit fake news in its timelines. But it will also target the real aim, that's money, by stopping advertising on the fake news stories, denying revenue to those writing outrageous and untrue headlines.
If you think that Hillary is plotting to bring terrorists into the United States, literally plotting to do that, would you also believe in alien invasion? Where would it stop?
That was what Mark Chacon set out to answer. A registered Republican, he started realtruenews.org to show how ridiculous fake news could be by trying to be even more over the top. But people believed it.
The idea was that when they posted something about Obama signs, I don't know, Muslims are coming to invade, I would then post that there was like an actual shooting war in Texas, that ISIS had come storming across the border.
So how did this happen? Social media can be an echo chamber, but there's also so much now available.
I don't think it's that we're getting dumber. I think that humans actually aren't used to having as much information at their fingertips as we are. And so what happens is, particularly people who've grown up and maybe they always watch the same newscast and read the same newspaper, all of a sudden on Facebook they've got all this different stuff coming at them. It's all created in this, coming in this same kind of package, and they don't know to necessarily check the website that it came from.
This site, by the way,
that sentiment reverberates back at the journalism school.
We'll get to understand the conventions of fake news more. We'll be able to identify it, and we'll be able to censor ourselves what we're reading, and we'll be able to sort of identify fake news just in the way that we identified spam email, 10 years ago.
For his students, the future peddlers of real news, it's yet another challenge.
I guess we as journalists have to prove that, the media isn't all bad and I guess you as a journalist, and me as a journalist, and everybody as a journalist, we really have to show the public that they can trust us still.
We have to try our best to put out what we believe to be credible and real news and trustworthy news.
And yet, as many journalists learn early in their careers, to find the story, you follow the money. And the money is flowing to the fakes. David Common, CBC News, Toronto.